Hey there folks, I'm Aaron Young. It is no secret that technology is expanding at a rapid rate, so how is machine learning transforming video surveillance? Let's head to California now, and joining us is Rick Bentley, founder of Cloudastructure Inc. Great to see you, Rick. Talk to us about how machine learning's actually improved computer vision.
Yeah, hi Aaron. Everyone's talking about ML, machine learning right now, and how it drives artificial intelligence. I think one of the easiest to understand ways that it's happened is the way computers see. We see with these large language models how they can take text in and out and how they can generate images, but how do they see what's in an image or a series of images, which is a video, right? And 5 or 10 years ago, this was all done by hand. If you wanted to tell a computer to detect when a car showed up, for example, you had to explain to a computer what a car looked like. And this is actually really hard. It's got these black round things at the bottom. It's kind of rounded on top. It's sort of shiny. Maybe it's kind of square if it's a truck. Maybe it has one door on each side. The lights on the front are sometimes white. The back are sometimes red. The sides are sometimes, you could go crazy trying to explain to a computer what a car looks like, and you'd end up doing a pretty bad job. And then machine learning came out. And with machine learning, in 2015, Google open sourced a software package called TensorFlow. That was really the first mainstream machine learning platform that us peasants can get our hands on. And you just say, hey, here's 10,000 pictures of cars and 50,000 pictures that aren't cars, motorcycles or trees or mailboxes or whatever. And after you do that, the machine learning platform knows better what a car is than you could ever teach it by hand.
Which is pretty extraordinary. I think about movies in the 80s and 90s about the CIA and what they have and stuff, and now it feels like, as you say, it's becoming stuff that we can use today. Talk to us about some of the benefits of machine learning when it comes to monitoring footage 24/7, because we're talking about video surveillance, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So with video surveillance, there's a saying, how many cameras do you add until you can't see anything, right? You've got 50 cameras at an apartment building. Maybe you own or manage 10 or 100 apartment buildings. You've got thousands of cameras. You're literally blind. The computers don't get tired. They don't sleep, right? They can watch every video feed all day, every day. And when they see something that doesn't look right, well, hey, there's someone in between the sidewalk and the side of the building by the windows where the bushes are, right? Okay, maybe it's the guy maintaining the bushes, and maybe it's someone trying to break in through the window, right? But when those relatively rare occurrences happen, you can flip that to a human, and then a human can take a look and kind of weigh in. We all want AI to be able to do everything and be super smart right now, but we have to recognize its limitations and bring in humans for that judgment call. It's just like the large language models right now. They can generate a lease agreement for you, right? But they're not a lawyer, and they may do a pretty bad job or include some inappropriate language, right? So you still need a human to kind of check the computer, right? And all the time, that line is becoming more and more and more smarter AI and less and less humans involved. But you still got to have the humans in the loop.
I'm kind of thinking about an Arnold Schwarzenegger film where he's trying to get access to someone somewhere, some secret facility, and just as the security guard goes to put his pizza in the microwave, that's when they get past the security cameras. I guess the point you're making is you still need humans, but with AI being involved in surveillance, you don't need humans all the time on a 24/7 shift.
Right. So you need humans 0.01% of the time, right? So it's a big force multiplier.
Yeah. Now talk to us about how AI can make video surveillance more of a proactive tool.
Yeah. So once you have the computer watching the video all the time, video surveillance has been reactive, right? Oh, shoot. Someone in the apartment building broke into a dozen cars last night, right?
So you then go back and watch it
and see what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you go back and watch it. And what do you see? You see a bunch of guys in hoodies, wearing gloves with long pants and long sleeves, with COVID masks on and sunglasses, right? So you don't really see a lot either. Nothing that the police never catch the guy and get your stuff back, right? So what that means for the apartment building is they've got a dozen really angry tenants in their lobby the next morning, wanting to cancel their leases, explain this is not the first time it happened, wanting them to pay for the damages and all that stuff. But with AI involved, again, the computer's watching all the video all the time. It could be as simple as, hey, there's people in the parking garage after midnight and they visited more than one car, right? That's a pretty simple rule, right? So the computer picks that up, sends it to a human. Humans could be a guard center in India, right? You know, where it's their daytime and it's our nighttime. And then they can get onto a speaker, talk down remotely, just like they can see on the camera, they can talk to the speaker. This is a secure area. You're being monitored by a live agent. You must leave immediately. And, you know, 99 times out of 100, they book it out of there.
Yeah, well, speaking of, we're being told to wind it up ourselves, not by someone in India, but right here. Rick Bentley, appreciate your time joining us from Lake Tahoe there in California.
Hey, really appreciate it, Aaron. Have a great one.
You are watching Ticker. I'm Aaron Young. See you soon.
You're watching Ticker. We'll have more in just a few minutes.